we still missing people in game.
Yes, as we are.
Jado said he would be right back.
God, I love Slateport City.
Give me a sec, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back.
watched Adventure Time.
I enjoy the show, personally.
What show?
Adventure Time.
Oh, I need to finish Adventure Time.
It was nice. I was kind of a little annoyed with some of the things they like to do in their last second, but it was good.
Yeah, I wasn't that happy with the ending either.
Well, that's only because it felt just a little bit too much of a rushing all the things ending, but
Yeah. That's exactly how I felt. It felt rushed.
By the way, guys, don't forget that we have added some new, using Franker faces. Go check them out and add the extension.
What are faces?
Franker faces. It's a browser
Bar?
extension that allows you to have more emotes on your channel.
What's the name of it?
Guys, just look in the chat.
No. Okay, connect with Twitch. Authorize.
Why are you signing in?
Because I have to sign in.
No, the extension.
Oh. I completely missed
The giant button that's this to your...
I completely missed the giant green button.
Anyways,
So-
hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Razim and this is Furry Dungeons and Dragons. I'm gonna be rather quiet today, but I'll turn it over to Mahal.
Turn it over to...
I said Mahal.
Okay, I must have missed it. My apologies. I am Alenir. I will be your dungeon master today. As a recap, because it has been a little while, the group is currently in a subterranean room. They have been tracking 4 different elemental cults in an attempt to avert whatever evil plans they have plotted regarding 4 orbs of elemental energy. They recently rescued their old trader friend. One... couldn't find his name. Zoxzi the Shah, who had previously made attempts to translate the primordial spelling from said orbs before he could be sacrificed ritualistically on a dark altar to unknown gods or goddesses. They were last attempting to chase down a priest belonging to the Wind Cult, the Howling Hatred, who fled southward down the tunnels, but they had to turn back after a rather unfortunate encounter with an elemental. You are all freshly rested within the mausoleum of Hendrel Fullbreaker, the ancient dwarven hero whose hammer Azeroth now wields.
I throw it at things.
Yes, and it comes back like a good little puppy. Anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns before we begin?
None to the DM.
I do not.
Okay. During the night, a delightful visitor entered your abode. A stone golem kiosk vendor transformation device belonging to the traveling merchant Greaves.
And he just appears.
No, remember he came down the, or it rather, came down the stairs, politely mocked Tato for his bad credit score, and then opened an interface at which you can all purchase items.
What's a credit score?
It's what you no longer have. I rather wish you could get rid of. If you will recall, for your heinous crime of stealing a prosthetic leg from a poor child. Yeah, oh yes, you did. You have been placed under a curse of the debt collector, we shall call it, and have therefore been losing 1/10 of every treasure gain that has come your way.
Have you actually been adjusting that?
I have actually been adjusting that.
Good DM.
I believe the total was something like 100,000 gold before it alleviated.
We're rich!
Until I fight it in court.
Yeah, well, good luck getting there from down here.
True.
It is the morning of, I believe, your second full day within these tunnels. You have rested twice now.
And the world is probably worse off for it.
Well, fortunately for you, whatever's happening up above doesn't affect your happy little group because you are a good half mile into the earth.
Actually, can the players get a meanwhile this is happening above kind of thing?
It doesn't feel like a scene transition.
Meanwhile, over there, things
Meanwhile,
are happening.
feel
But
like,
that isn't important for now. Oh god, yes, we also need the transition music.
Yes, we need the Batman transition, of course.
I'm sorry, I can't do it without a spandex dressed sidekick.
You don't know what
They
I'm
don't
wearing.
volunteer for that.
For all you
Zim
know,
is
I'm
Roman
wearing it.
term.
Well, last I checked, you had a little bit of armor on, and aside from that, we're going all natural. Unless
Hello,
Nim has
Catwolf.
picked up some clothing from somewhere.
He's got his cloak.
Actually,
works
that's
great
a fair
as a
point, but the
cape.
cloak is still not spandex. I'm sorry, it's fine elven. You know, who knows what they make that stuff from?
They make
So it
spun
could be
moonbeams or whatever.
spandex.
No, it's not spandex, and it's certainly not a spandex outfit. If anything, spun moonbeams and frost crystals.
Blah.
It's made from.
Well, it was a winter elf.
and elf flesh.
It was made from the dreams of a unicorn.
Actually, unicorns don't exist in the frosty north, so it would more likely have been a bicorn. Although I think they're more hellish in nature, so maybe not. I'll get back to you on that. Ooh, it was made from the dreams of a narwhal.
Narwhals in there.
Okay,
Narwhal, narwhal.
the night passed uneventfully, aside from the entry of your new shopping master. As you all rouse and make final purchases, a red light begins to blink on the corner of the screen.
It's gonna blow!
I guess I
sorry.
will push the button and see what happens.
Wait, do we have the map?
Oh, Ness, I preloaded the map and forgot to actually share it to pop it up. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you for prodding me on that.
Okay, now do
As
it
you
one
tap
more
the
time.
screen, did that not show up for you? It shows everyone but you is viewing it. Okay.
There we go.
We slept in the good room. Oh, yes.
Next to the blinking button is a small line of text stating delivery pending.
Hit the button and see what delivery we have.
The interior of the kiosk clinks and clunks a little bit, and a small pearlescent orb that fits comfortably into the palm of one's hand rolls down through the delivery chute.
Ah, I've been waiting for this. Perfect.
All right, I guess Zim is picking it up.
Yeah.
Okay. As Nim takes it into his slobbery mouth, there is a slight popping sensation in your ears, and then Nim hears a voice. Hello? Is the thing working? It said it delivered it. Hello?
Nim, drop it.
Drop it.
He growls.
Drop it.
More growls.
What's that?
If you drop it, we'll let you bite Tato's tail.
Nim, I need you to pass this along to somebody else. I don't think you can talk while holding this. Can you hear me? Growl
he'll
once
whimper.
for yes, or twice for no.
He'll whimper and drop it on the floor.
Good, Nim.
And the orb pulses a few times as it lies there on the floor.
I'll just kind of wipe it off with my clothes. Like, ugh. Swap it off.
Okay, Tato, if you take a hold of the orb, the voice will similarly pop into your head. Hello? I swear this was working a moment ago. Can you hear me? Is it too windy up here?
I hear you, Brum. It was in Zim's mouth, sorry. Or Nim's mouth, I meant.
We had Graves deliver this to you. We needed a way to communicate while you were down in the tunnels.
Alright.
In the background, you can hear what appears to be a lot of background noise. Given his comment, you might surmise it is quite a bit of wind.
Oh, it's great to hear from you. We have, we haven't dealt with the situation yet, but we are making progress. None of us are dead either.
That's good. You need to get working on it, though. Something's wrong with the weather. About 6 hours ago, gale force winds picked up all over the valley. The Lady Kep says it's not natural. There's no storm front moving in, it's just unseasonably strong winds. And they change direction seemingly at random. There have been 2 cyclones already.
Which group of people did we just got finished defeating again? I can't remember.
You had entered into combat with an air elemental last, a myrmidon, actually. Prior to that, you did encounter a gathering of all 4 cults.
Oh, yeah.
They were attempting to sacrifice Zoxzi on some sort of dark altar that you tried to bash in with, I think, your other hammer, and you got zapped for your efforts.
Oh, yeah, we probably should tell them about that then. Most important.
Hey, I got a friend here with a bit more insight as to what they're planning on.
What? I can't hear you. It's getting too noisy up here. We're going to try and head them off at the main bases. Whatever they have further down, that's important, but we'll distract them up here. You work on things down there.
Okay, got it. He'll yell.
The orb dims, and there is silence.
Oh boy.
Now, since this all happened in Tato's mind, nobody else heard Brum's side of the conversation.
Just so.
All right, guys. Brum says that things are going nuts up there, and that we need to hurry.
So murder all the cultists faster.
Yeah, basically.
Huh. Okay.
I guess that. Guess
Sounds.
we need to figure out where they actually are then.
Well, if memory serves, there's only a few passageways we didn't go through. I mean, we could always try those doors. There's the obvious one, I think, back in that room after we ran into that strange creature. And you know when I got my hammer. There's that weird floating pad that was going up and down, or levitating, I guess. The one that was going up and down, and we didn't, that disappeared afterwards. And I believe there was another path we didn't go through, but I can't recall. Oh yeah, and that dark room. I think there was another path that we missed, but yeah.
Let's not go in the dark room.
I have added the orb to your inventory, Tato. It is the Psi Amplifier orb. Now, it wasn't exactly a scene change, but you know a little bit of what's going on up above. We will call them the B team for now, which is Brum, Zale, the two elves, that gnome and Shenzi, are working
Or they
on
could be the
things
top
further
team
up.
and we're the bottom team. They're the above ground team, we're the below ground team.
I like being Team A. You hush.
Well, you don't want to be the bottom team?
Oh no.
Go Team Alpha.
Okay.
Oh. Oh yeah, wasn't this also a mysterious shop of sorts?
So you can buy any mundane item from it with a 10% markup or the transportation fee.
Always.
And there is a random allotment of magic items that refreshes every few hours.
Well, wouldn't hurt to have some more potions.
The potions are one of the few magic items that are always available. Or at least potions of healing.
Okay. Also, quick question about these gems we've been collecting so far. Are they of importance to our mission?
The mundane, lapis lazuli, amber, etc. Not really. Anything that
Can
is
we
special
sell?
would have been marked.
Hmm.
Gems hold a unique place in D&D in that they are a trade item, meaning they sell for their base value, not the normal markdown. There is, of course, the transfer fee that will be applied for selling them at the kiosk, but Greaves will accept them.
No, I'll probably hold on to the ones I did get. I mean, I thought I had more. No, that's what I had a lot of. Oh, okay. Sure. Never mind, we're good. I want more of the blue and cry. That being all said, I think I'm good then. I mean, I have 3 potions of healing, 4. Wait. Huh. Why do I have 2 different stacks of potions of healing? Whatever. 1 potion of great healing and 7 potions of healing?
If you want, just combine those into one.
Yeah.
It's possible you manually entered them at one point, and I dragged and dropped at another. It would have split the stacks for that.
Yeah. I'll remember how to do it soon. But yeah, okay. I'm pretty much done my question. Oh, wait.
Okay.
I am carrying the water cultist robes. Do you think we should try to put these on so that before we do our next set of stealthing or maneuvering through this place? Guys, I mean,
I didn't understand the question, sorry.
say again?
What was your question?
Oh, I said, oh yeah, that reminds me. I still have the water cultist robes that we've stolen from the cultists that we beat up last time and moved their bodies to a discreet location. Dot, dot,
Yeah,
dot.
but now they know we're here, and I'm pretty sure that one guy who escaped got a good look at us. These disguises might not do too good for.
Besides, we probably don't have the time to even execute a proper stealth plan. Such
Well-
as I'd love to do that and just slice their throats one by one.
Well, you don't assassinate. I'm just saying, if we had at least one of our more stealthier people go in with one of these outfits, it would at least cause them to not react, be it upon seeing them. I mean, giving us time to come in.
This is true.
It's also very, very, very dangerous that we could very well be sacrificing that one more stealthier person.
Well, they don't have to go all the way into the back of the room or across that far from us. At least within some range of us, this should be good.
Okay. Now, my worry is now that they know that we're here, they're rushing things, which is why stuff is going crazy up top.
Zogzy did tell you that the orbs were key to whatever they were doing. I believe his phrasing was along the lines of, the howling hatred had been making boasts they were close to finishing, but had concerns that the crushing wave would catch up soon after they had acquired their orb.
Alright.
So
I
then,
think we should do whatever we can to stop the howling hatred and the, what was it, crushing tides?
Crushing wave.
Crushing waves first.
Well, like I said, if we had at least some idea where the water cultists were, it would be a little easier to find them.
Our only clue is keep going underground. Or I think by the time we hit the fire cultists, we'll be at the center of the earth. They're probably going to use the friggin' core of our planet to cause devastation.
Actually, this planet doesn't have as strongly a molten core as Earth does. Most of the core of the planet is actually the Underdark. So the tunnel just kind of keep going down and down and down.
Oh,
Which is why when you get creatures that live down there like dark elves up to the surface, they're cold. It's a constant warm temperature down in the depths.
Well, I think we only have a few areas to explore left on this area that we haven't really looked into. Perhaps we should see if we get lucky up here, or do you guys just want to go down to the next level and see what we find there?
I say up here is still lucky. There's still 2 areas we haven't checked up here, and I'm sure the floor, wherever that weird levitating pad goes, whether it is up or down.
Well, your last hint was that the air cultist priest that got away fled south. You'd tracked him into that room with the blood spatters a little bit southwest of where you are before you had to turn back from the Myrmidon attack.
oh, and
That still leaves that weird north room, though. I mean, think there'd be anything that could come and get us from there, or...
Well, the doorway directly north of you now leads upstairs.
I mean,
That-
no, the north with that weird
Yes.
railroad track.
If you'll recall, Terlix tried to pick that lock and failed.
Oh, yeah.
Not my fault.
Can always try again if you
Oh,
want.
I mean, it was your fault because you're the one who failed, but
Well, you can always try again. I think other than that, then we have to go in the dark room. I mean, south of that bloodstained area. Yeah.
Tato will approach the stone golem and ask to see what magic items are on sale.
I'm gonna be honest, I lost the list because I posted it into the Fantasy Grounds chat. So we'll say, well, you've been
That's
talking with Brum, it's refreshed. How's that?
That's fine. I wasn't here, so it's okay.
Let's see what this pastes like. That kind of works.
Lot of scrolls.
Go
Go for the
ahead
ice,
and
Boo! Go for the ice!
knock down this little bit for you.
Rask!
Oh no. Wait. Zelos, you can't use it on your own game. Zelos,
Damn
you
it.
can't use it on your own game.
Damn it.
Man, repost a little bit more readable. Man, repost.
Zim, is there an echo in stream?
Yeah, I just heard it too. I just checked my game to see if I had a repeat.
My stream is muted, so I accept.
Yeah, same here.
Nah, I don't need any of these. I guess what I could use is to refilm my. Let's see, that'll be 11 arrows.
You can pick up a quiver of arrows as normal. The minimum transfer fee is 1 silver, so add that to the price.
Yep. How much per arrow?
Well, you have to buy them in quivers. You can't just say, I want 11 arrows.
I'm being called. You're fine.
Or at least Greaves is not selling them individually, wholesale only. It is 1 gold piece with the plus the 1 silver to get 1 quiver of 20 arrows.
Okay. Good timing. I just got back.
Isn't wholesale usually a better deal?
And
It all depends on your role. That's why I buy items one at a time, haggling for each individual arrowhead.
you know that the lots of statistics say that will even out in the end.
Well, it depends. Like if you're on a D20, if you've got a, if you're like, hey, I've got a base of 12, boom.
Yeah, but if you buy, say, 100 individual arrows and roll for each one, or you buy 5 quivers of 20, it'll even out for about what sort of discount you get. But within standard margins of error for randomness and the quote-unquote random generators that are...
How
associated
much
with
for
any
this
computer
arrow?
program.
1,000
There's
gold.
Slight issue with that approach.
Alright,
Most
I have-
shopkeepers will eventually start increasing the price by 1 copper for every additional arrow you buy.
Alright, so I have 8 arrows extra and 1 whistling arrow. So I'll give Elysian 10 arrows and
Yay!
keep the
I
9
don't
normal
actually
arrows and the
them.
1 whistling.
He doesn't actually need them, he has unbreakable arrows.
I have a set of 20 unbreakable arrows.
Well,
Actually, you know, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, because I could probably give you 10 of them and set you up.
Unless you need to shoot more than 10 arrows before you can recover them.
So far that hasn't happened, so...
will they still break if I set them on fire or no?
They just won't burn. If you use them as fire arrows, it wouldn't be an issue.
Awesome.
You would need some sort of combustible to attach to them, and since it would be a jury-rigged fire arrow, we will call it, I would apply a penalty to the attack roll.
I would need fabric and oil. Hello. Actually, do you sell fabric and oil?
You could probably pick some up. Or you can tear apart some of the cultist robes you've been carrying around.
Oh yeah.
Or, just start ripping pieces off of Nim's cloak. You won't notice.
Back, sorry.
Nah, I'm pretty sure he'd bite me a lot and not stop until I stop gurgling. But you're right, I can just take strips of the robe off, soak it in oil, tie it onto the arrowheads. That'd be good. Do you want me to do some kind of crafting check for that?
Nah, as long as you have the oil and the cloth, it's no issue.
Well, how much for oil and cloth? Or how much
Well,
for oil?
if you're buying a strip of cloth, that would be different. Oil is usually 1 silver piece for a pint. I would say with a pint, you could easily make 10 fire arrows. If you want to spread it out to more, I might require a check of some kind. And you would need to make them somewhat fresh because the oil will eventually dissipate.
Yeah. So this would be like a before battle preparation kind of thing.
Oh, they might last a couple of days if you have them at least somewhat wrapped or sealed in their own quiver or something. But I'm not going to let you pull them out 3 weeks from now and say, hey, this still works right.
Yeah, no.
And I mean, worst thing you could do is have them sitting around for a few days, and then if you need to resettle them, just get another pint of oil.
Yeah, I'll buy a pint of oil. You said 1 silver?
Yep, assuming you do it at the same time as the quiver of arrows, there will be no transfer fee in addition to the one you'd already spent.
Cool. Consider that my shopping cart.
Okay, would you like to check out now, or continue shopping? Would you like to view the items in your cart?
None shall see me.
Would you like to sign up for one-click shopping?
No, Amazon Prime. Okay, what's Eisen doing?
That is for me to know and you to maybe find out. Okay, unless anybody else has any shopping to do, time is burning and heavy soil erosion is occurring up above. There might also be some houses that have blown down.
Yeah, people are dying.
It should be noted that the secluded valley that all of this takes place in has never before seen a cyclone of that size. Or any size, really, beyond Dust Devil.
How much are you selling potions of greater healing?
Standard price, which I think is, what, 150? With, of course, the 10% transfer fee.
I haven't checked out yet.
Well, yes, but if you pick up a 150 gold item, the 10% will actually apply.
So it's still 15 silver? That's fine. Or 15 gold, actually. Maybe? Yes. Can't add math on my own. But yeah, I'll buy that for 160 gold. And that'll be most of my...
I don't know, what did we decide on for these? That's right, they didn't list the price. It's double the healing in a single package. I think we went with 125 as an in-between. That sounds right. I'm going to go with that. So 125 for a potion of greater healing. which would be 12 gold, 6 silver, if you go with your current card.
Okay. I forgot how much gold I just had. God dang it. 170 something.
That I actually cannot help you with. Hopefully one of the changes they're bringing into Unity will be better inventory tracking for currencies. I'm seeing a 4 in my mind. I don't know if that's accurate, but we'll say 174. Okay, you input your order, you deposit the coins into the slots. It takes a little bit. And then with a clunking clatter, your items fall out, neatly wrapped in brown paper.
Lovely.
As you're reaching down to pick them up, a smaller package clatters down the chute.
Oh, what's
It's
this?
a thin paper-wrapped cylinder that has a little tag tied to its string for Nim from Shenzi. And there's a big black heart drawn next to it. But it's a bony-looking heart. It's very Shenzi.
Nim, this is for you. And he just hands it over.
Oh, you're going to make the dog unwrap his own package. Okay, no, that's nice.
Yeah, he's got to get the surprise. I mean, if he wants, you want me to unwrap it for you?
Well, I guess Nim is just going at it with his teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a quick dexterity check. You can do it in the open if you would like. You slobber a bit on it, but eventually you manage to unwrap a thin wax paper cylinder mounted on a little stick with a piece of string coming out of the bottom. Instructions are stenciled on the side. Place fire on fuse. Stand back. Do not point towards face.
Ooh. Wait, why would he give that to you? You can't handle a match.
Nim, bye trip on it.
Oh. Well, okay.
It's a little overkill, but it works.
It's not wrong.
He'll aim it at Tato and then do so.
No. Tato's actually
Are you
running out
actually
of the room now.
doing that? Okay.
No. No!
Somewhere off map.
If you wish to do so, please give me an unproficient ranged attack roll.
Why are you doing this?
Don't torture the seal.
I'm pretty sure in some places this is illegal, but otherwise it's
Oh
entertaining.
my god, no!
Oh yeah, this one is very entertaining, and I very much do want you.
Okay, well I'm pretty sure that hits your AC, Tato.
Yeah.
But
So
he is my friend.
Nim places the rocket carefully into a crack in the stones, and with a bit of focused will, flicks the fuse alight. It hisses up as he nudges it to point at the fleeing Tato. Then it bursts forward, and as it begins to move, the cylinder explodes into the fiery shape of a running wolf, snarling with its jaws opening wider and wider, until it catches up with Tato, turning and chasing him as he weaves out this small room. Its fiery jaws snap over him, and he takes 18 points of fire damage.
What?
Nim is beyond ecstatic.
Unfortunately,
Back and
there was only
forth.
one.
Good forth, like, so that's what that did? I'm a more!
Not only did you waste it, you wasted it on me!
Well, I didn't know what it did!
Then
That was
ask!
awesome!
That does it! Next time I get something and it's meant for you, I'm just gonna pocket it. Fuck you. Evil freaking devil wolf thing.
I believe it was Noble Wolf, right?
Not anymore.
Yes.
Bad dog. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, the air now smells of sulfur and singed clothing. And something that's kind of like a cooked fish smell, but a little meatier.
Why did Shenzi give you that?
Because it's an asked her to. Floor is yours, and the day is ticking.
We should go. Let's just go.
First, Nim gets something else and blasts you again.
Well, he doesn't have to get something else. He already has that chewing stick.
Oh, yeah.
We should probably let either the other wolf or the big skunk go first,
Nim's gonna go
rather
up to
than
the
two
golem.
than the squishy ranger and rogue.
Nim's gonna go up to the golem. I want another one of those.
Oh no.
Big out of stock message flashes across the screen.
View similar items.
It lists Raging Wolf Firework next to Snarling Dragon Firework. And we'll say Plunging Phoenix Firework, but all are currently out of stock. The Raging Wolf normally goes for 50 gold pieces. At a discount, it was on closeout sale. Standard price is listed as 100. Snarling Dragon goes for 500, and the Plunging Phoenix is a full 1,500.
Man, fireworks and shows must suck here.
Okay, okay. I think it's probably time we move on now. Where's my fire?
Fine.
As a reminder,
I'm well rested.
most of the hallways and connections between rooms and caverns are longer than they appear on the map. Every square on the map is actually 10 feet.
acclaim spreads.
Annoying.
As you approach each junction or column, I will let you know how long it is.
Well then, I guess we're heading south, right? Seeing as
South
we-
is unexplored, or you have the dark room to the west that you were previously in trying to track the cultist priest.
Well, since we don't... Oh, blah. Well, I think we should probably go south.
I just had a thought.
Is
Black
it fire?
Silk. I don't suppose you could use scrolls, Oxio?
I don't think we want the guy using any scrolls that may be offensive or otherwise may get him noticed. Remember, he kind of doesn't have any stamina or, well...
And Zarkazi replies that, yeah, I can use some scrolls. I am actually quite proficient with a number of magical theories. However, on outside is dangerous. I will stay here.
That's a really good idea, actually.
Yep, I'd give you my hammer, but I love it too much, I'm sorry.
You're more likely to live in here than up there.
Don't you pin down there? But yes.
If you will recall, he acquired a number of tomes from the vendor kiosk and is currently leafing through them.
Oh, right. That reminds me. Tato rifles through his bag for the 4 tomes of Lolth. I couldn't get you the book you wanted because it was under heavy lock and key, but I did get you these from an interdimensional doorway.
I don't think our original bargain would stand anyway. We'll place them over there. I'll get to them eventually.
Okay. He just places them. And now he's back. Also, I'm not taking point. Zim takes point. Or Nim takes point.
Actually, it was our more stealthier people who could sneak around corners should take point. So actually,
Fine.
Elysian, I mean, and Nem were the stealthiest ones we had.
Fine. If I get smacked in the face, though, I'm blaming you.
Yay.
Did you just say yay in response?
Because if you get slapped in the face, I can enjoy me to watch you getting slapped in the face till the end of battle, and then maybe I'll get my slap in the face if you remember to do it so. But hey, I can always not heal you. That's always
Tato's seal slaps you in the face on the way back, on the way out.
No.
His tail does. Just.
horrible.
That hits.
Tut.
Nim, stop attacking teammates! Oh my god!
Nem, we'll give you some people to attack soon.
He bites Elysian's tail.
Ow! Slap Nim.
Well, 17 will not hit, I
Yeah.
don't believe.
You've missed. Anyways, let's continue.
The corridor to the south continues for a little over half a mile, descending down into darkness. As you progress, the air grows more humid.
Hello?
In fact, it grows a little warmer as well, and as you exit the tunnel into another cavern, actually, what kind of lighting do you people have? I wish I could recover things.
I could cast a spell that grants illumination on anything touched.
I have low light vision.
The point is, recall that most of you, with the exception of your good monk, require some form of light. The mausoleum of Foebreaker has some illumination remaining in the wards and runes along its walls. However, most of the rest of these caverns are dark. So how are you proceeding in the way of light?
Can always just make an illumination spell on something, at least.
Don't worry, I will scout ahead.
Oh, hi.
Nim will pray to Salune for access to moon's light down here.
Does that mean you're using a light cantrip, or?
I don't have one.
Then, unfortunately, your goddess does not have the grounds to grant your request.
Oh, okay.
The gods provide energy and direction for their followers, but they must still work through mortals. And you are trying to fit the star-shaped object through a round hole. It's not working.
I mean, would my cantrip for lightning be a bad idea, or are we still trying to be uber stealthy?
Well, you people do need to see, so I would have something. Xelos is the only one of you who can see in darkness. And he has a range of, 60 feet?
That is correct.
Well, Xelos, as you approach the end of the hallway, scouting ahead of the group, I imagine you're a minute or so in front of them, you find the ground becomes swampy as you leave the stone pathway behind. Sodden earth rich with loam, such as it exists down here, lined with a myriad of various fungi. Toadstools, puffballs, mushrooms. Some are normal, the size as you would expect them to be, maybe a little bit larger. Others tower like miniature trees. There is water dripping from the ceiling, which is about 30 feet above you. It feels, as you step into it, as though there is a somewhat solid path leading to the exits at each of the corners there. But you could not go too far into the otherwise boggy areas.
Is it just the water's too deep?
Well, let me rephrase. You could not go through without being impeded.
Okay.
Whether there are deeper sections you would actually sink into, can't tell from here. But there is definite swampy nature to a lot of it.
What is the smell like?
Mostly earthy. I mean, you have that scent of rot that's contained within a chamber instead of naturally diffusing into an open sky. It's not pleasant, but it doesn't make you want to vomit either. Think a really old potato cellar, one that started to sprout. But add a lot of warmth and a little bit more rotting loam to it.
And nothing's sticking out in the dark vision?
You can give me a perception check. You don't notice anything that seems dangerous. It's mushrooms as far as you can see, but you do determine that along each wall there appears to be a shelf of larger, firmer toadstools. You think you might be able to walk along it if you're careful.
Alright, yeah, I'll go back to get to the party before they come back into the room. And let's be like, alright, here is the thing. I do not see anything in here, but apparently there's a bit of a swamp up ahead. Now there's some mushrooms that line the side of the wall that we might be able to walk across. It feels like there's a path down here, but there's definitely some water and decay and lots of lichen all over the place. There must look like there's about 3 other ways for us to go when we go in. There's a area fairly close to the left. Or actually, no, when we come in the room would be to the west, and there looks like there was 2 much further to the south. But I did not seem to. I don't think I saw anything that stood out as being dangerous in here.
Okay, so it's enough for at least a small low-level light move to cast it and not.
I would feel much better with the light than a torch. Just because I know when there's a lot of decay, I've heard stories of torches and fire going a little bit out of hand.
Yep. Okay, then magical light source it is. I could do that. I guess I'll cast a cantrip on a rock or something that won't get us killed. Or maybe even the ground. That works.
You can't exactly target the ground. It has to be something that you can carry.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
Cast it on planet Earth and then do a handstand. Who's to say you're not carrying the Earth?
That is horribly creative and funny. I like it. Let's do it. No. Ooh. There's a simple workaround for this. Are there any pebbles or loose rock on the ground?
No, you can find a little bit of shale.
That's more than enough for me to get the spell out and it be within with the well, I don't have to carry the rock. I can place the rock too afterwards, right?
Yeah, it'll glow for an hour.
Hey, give me a shell or a rock. And I guess I'll just place it on the ground. Or I'll give them actually, I'm sorry. Well, give me some pebbles. I'll eliminate them all with a cantrip, and I'll give them to Zella so you can light a little path.
Okay, recall you can only have 1 item lit at a time.
That is disheartening. Well, that 1 item will still cast the same amount of light range, regardless, right?
Effectively.
Oh, then here's a pebble. I'll give it to Zealous, tell him to put it someplace nicely in the cave.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what the range of that is going. It's just a light.
Keeping in
rock.
mind that it's 10 feet per square, and that light will illumine 30 feet for most of you, 60 feet for those with dark vision. Not dark vision, low light vision.
Yeah, I'll just be like, I would need a lot of these rocks to illuminate the room. Now you could just keep lighting up copper coins, and we could throw them across the room.
No, that's fair. It's a workaround for the most part. Okay, then fine.
Now, finding pebbles is not the issue. The issue is that you can only light one object.
One.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but he's basically saying like every couple of feet, though. And if another one drop it, and we'll see where we are.
Well, or you could, I don't know, carry the light source with you. Like, just light up a rock and hold it above your head like some holy benison.
I mean, so that will work too. I mean, that is kind of like lighting a giant beacon. Then again, I'm one of the tankier things here, so I guess that isn't a bad thing.
Okay, if you are proceeding in, I would hope you're taking Tato with you.
Tato, come!
I'm on level with you, Zoxy. This is probably gonna be a suicide mission. So, if we don't see each other again, head to the Great Glacier. Ask for Yama Tato. Or Yama Russet, I mean.
He blinks at you incredulously at that comment.
You're insinuating that I'll die. Anyways. I think we should I think I'll hold on to the giant lighty thing, and I guess we'll do it the same way as I did before. I'm gonna light up my hammer that I'm not throwing. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna hold the hammer that I throw and light it up. That sounds very smart, right? I can throw
I'm
it.
sorry,
In
what was Zoxia's response?
He didn't give one. He just looked at you like you're an idiot.
That being said, I'm just gonna light up my hammer that I throw around constantly, seeing as I know it'll come back and it'll illuminate an area given in front of us if I throw it, regardless.
Okay. Are you going up front to light the way, or standing in the middle to illuminate a wider area around the party?
Standing in the middle, well, front, that's a good call. Shoot, where do you guys think I should stand?
I would say right about in the middle of that puddle, the big one to the west. That's a good place. I would stand there.
Yep, good enough for me.
It's a trap!
Oh, wait, gotta move my character. That'll be most important. I'll be right behind you guys. And let's just say, for the hell of it, I throw my hammer out at least as far as I'm allowed to legally throw it.
So 5 feet.
Yeah, sure.
You could manage about 60 feet.
Sure.
Okay, are you looking for anything in particular as you briefly illuminate the area?
No, just trying to get a grasp of where we are.
Okay, you see about the same thing. The ground turns swampy. It's soft but passable along what appears to be a trail going through it, and it doesn't look like it has some passage.
Okay.
There's
Nice.
fungus everywhere, ranging in variety all across the spectrum.
If I
Some
were,
of it might be edible.
then if we're assuming correctly, then that one path looks like it'll be leading into the pitch black room. So that's not the way we want to go.
Oh, mushrooms. I
Yeah.
love mushrooms.
I don't think this is the time to be amused by the mushroom. Maybe we should continue further in, deeper in. Well, Nim's decided which way to go. Let's go that way.
Okay, how are you proceeding there?
Is there light in that room or not? Is the real question. From the doorway,
There's
can you
no
tell
light.
us?
There is no light anywhere in here, and then that would be a long passage. Are you just walking along the path? Are you going along the edges? I need to know. Don't just travel places.
Oh, we were probably following
I-
the path.
You fast
Go ahead.
travel to Windhelm.
Okay, you will arrive in 12 hours. We'll get back to you.
Okay.
12 hours later.
I'm just gonna directly follow Nim like a lemon.
So along the main path there.
Yes, that's the way.
Anybody
that
else going
Nim
with
went.
it? Okay, as you
No.
reach the...
Go.
Go ahead.
I'll go with.
Going along in the back, Terlix, not wanting to be there. Or Elysian, sorry.
Maybe.
Okay, as you reach the center, everybody prop yourselves back there because things start to wiggle.
Great. No, it should be my opposite. Oh, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah. Let's go.
Place yourselves in the order you would have been in,
I did say I was in the middle, so.
and then give me some initiative rolls. Because
Alright.
as you pass through the center path, some of the fungi along the side turned beady, knot-eyed faces towards you. And are less than pleased to find interlopers in their territory.
Ah, neat mushrooms. Deadly mushrooms. Deadly walking mushrooms.
Creeping out of the muck that lines the side of the path, several violet fungus shake threateningly in your direction. I mean, they're mushrooms, but, you know, they're trying. Let's see if I have an image of these guys. Nope, you just have to make do with the icons. Silver, you're up first.
Did you go to the other tab?
What? Combat tracker.
On their status, like their stats, ability scores, and whatnot. There's another
Oh,
tab.
no, I
and
was
that
actually looking at the image, but you're right, actually, they do have one. Here you are. Thank you, I'd forgotten about that.
Oh, look at the cute little puppy one!
Hey guys, we
Those
should
are
probably
actually what
cover
you
our
are
bases.
fighting, by the way.
They're
The
mushroom
others
people.
are, what are they called? Myconids, I believe.
Okay. There are.
The Myconids are
things.
people, and what you're fighting is the little puppy dog purple thing at the bottom.
Ew.
There are cute things. There are things that are mushrooms. Some mushrooms are cute. Where the hell that thing is not cute.
Gonna have to go with him on that.
It,
That's disturbingly adorable.
it's disturbing. Mostly because it reminds me of the images of where people would
Shut out, you're
Photoshop it.
overruled.
Now, Nim,
Oh,
whatever you do, don't swallow them.
But
Yes,
Don't eat them. You will
Don't.
get very sick.
That is a hit against
No.
the Violet Fungus 5.
Now I can only think of Nimby chewing on me. What if they're like shiitake mushrooms? Never mind.
They probably don't taste like shiitake.
That was
I
a
actually did use
failure,
shiitake with the hallucinatory ones.
but I think, yeah, even with the bonus, that would be a failure.
What do they taste like to silver? Do they taste like shiitake?
Actually, they are ostensibly rotting.
Ew.
Sorry, guys, I got a little distracted. What's she talk about?
Shiitake mushrooms and how they look like dogs.
Oh, so we're talking about. So we just she talking, huh? All right.
We're just shiitake.
And we gotta fight a bunch of them too, by the way.
All right, sweet.
I'm not just shiitake.
Okay, so Violet Fungus 4 was tripped by that. If I can get it to listen to me. There we go. Properly in the initiative now. Not 4. 5, it will have the prone condition momentarily. 4 is going to waddle forward
I'm sorry. Are we
and
following-
try to attack Nim.
Did we roll for initiative yet, or?
Well, I hope you rolled for initiative, otherwise you're not acting this round.
Oh, shoot.
I did call for it.
How do I roll a 1 and end up so high in the what the hell?
All right. Oh, I'm not acting. Actual high.
The fungus misses Nim.
Well, then
5 is
Lazy and-
prone and takes its move action to get up,
Lazy and Tata, you didn't roll initiative either.
which precludes it from being in range. No, actually, I can get off 1 attack.
There's real well.
Lazy on
Yes.
initiative, you didn't roll it.
Oh, sorry. Forgot to roll the most important thing. Boop. I rolled it.
Good job.
Well, guess what? You missed your turn because you were top of the order.
Yep.
God
I
damn.
called for initiative. I said it twice.
Yes.
The fungus, being the cute, adorable dogs they are, yet reach out with grasping tentacular appendages. And Nim, can I get a melee crit card? Natural weapon.
That is disturbing.
It might actually count as a magic attack because it is necrotic damage.
Life Drinker. Double damage, and if this attack deals acid or necrotic damage, Constitution modifier is reduced by 2 until you finish a long rest.
Well, it is indeed necrotic damage. Nim, if you wish to trigger something, now is the time. Oops, I didn't clear the crit properly. I will reroll.
That is very unfortunate.
Okay, 8 necrotic damage, and you have 2 constitution damage, I believe you said.
The bonus is reduced by 2, yes.
Okay, it failed and took full damage. Alright, almost done. Fungus 2, I think, is going to attack Silver. And this might take a moment. It's getting in a few blows. Or, it's trying to. Alright, Nimotar.
Alright, Nim is going to fight back.
I would hope so.
Actually, he's gonna move up and howl.
Why?
Not a bad choice. Failure. Failure. Oh, that failed. And failure. Nicely moved.
Oh, that how?
That's why. I just did massive damage to all of them.
Yay!
Because it's like a fireball that's point blank. It doesn't ignite methane pockets.
Hey, was that a jab at my fireball?
No, it was a comment about the previous comment that places with lots of rotting vegetation tend to be unsafe or on fire. Crickets.
Fair.
Crickets will run up to fungus number 1, the first fungus among us, and will unleash a flurry of blows upon them.
Please do so. That is a hit and a hit.
And a critical
and
miss.
Automatic miss.
All right, for the first two attacks.
It's dead.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll apply it anyway. Ha!
Okay. That poor fungus is down for the count.
Did I knock the mushroom cap off his head? Was he decapitated?
You know what? I'll allow it. As you pummel the back of this poor puppy fungus thing, you knock its mushroom cap right off. It does not make anyone bigger if you eat it. Please don't. Tato, it is your turn.
He goes after Violet, fungus number 2, blades drawn, and does the big ol' triple slashing. He's gonna make some shiitake sashimi.
That's a hit, and a critical hit, and a hit.
Low ACs.
They're dogs made of mushroom.
Yeah, I know.
What do you want?
About 1,000 gold.
Subtract 10%.
So 1,000 gold drops next to you, and then is immediately snatched into the air by ethereal hands, remaining in balance. Let's see, 90,000, or no, I think it would be 98,500 odd. 700 odd? 700 odd.
Alright, so 2 hits and a crit. I need a piercing.
Oh, are you guys ready for the piercing? Sorry. I'm in and out of it. Hello?
Yeah,
Yes, we are.
piercing crit card, please. Yes.
Pressure point. Quadruple damage, and the target must make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target is paralyzed.
Can I just kill this thing?
You probably will. Just go ahead and roll the quadruple damage. It'll kill it. You know what? It's dead.
Yeah.
You slice it up. Actually, you're stabbing it. By the time you're finished, it looks as though you had sliced it up. It is in nicely bite-sized pieces, perfect for stewing.
But I suggest you don't.
Well, I wasn't going to suggest that. But if you are finished with your turn, please pass the initiative. So, Violent Fungus 6. Get his little comeuppance back. If I can find him. Oh, he's right in range of Tato. Perfect. Seeing the fall of its beloved friend, these two were bunkmates. It slaps at you with its rotting tentacles, and Zim, I need another magic crit. Because
Wait,
this
is it a
guy...
magic crit or a natural crit?
Well, it's a natural crit, but it deals magic damage.
Were they sportial to each other?
They were.
I'm so gonna pop your nose for this.
Everything.
I can only cringe but so hard to your mutant minion
In fact,
puns.
a little piece of fungal flesh floats by, and if you could read their language, you would see that it says "Roadblock" and "Besties Forever." It's kind of like a tattoo, but it's a fungal version of the tattoo. But yeah,
Winded.
Aw, I killed your friend.
God damn it, you and your puns.
Winded.
Oh well, there's
Double
not a sword
damage,
damage.
and you suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
Ooh, I love exhaustion 5th edition.
Oh,
11 points of necrotic damage to Tato
How long does exhaustion last?
until you rest.
Long or short?
Long.
Damn.
Oh, right, they don't have exhaustion on the condition trackers.
Okay. First I get rocketed in the face, now I'm getting critted.
Give me a moment to pull it up, so I make sure I have the right penalty. So at level
Um,
1, you have disadvantage on all ability checks. So, Elysian, as you are standing near the back of the group, probably readying your bow to shoot, you feel something slip around your neck. And then you are jerked into the air as tentacles wrap about your body, pulling you up tight. I am going to get a Constitution saving throw for you. Which, ooh, you fail. You are poisoned for 1 minute and paralyzed. In addition, you have been grappled by a creature that was hiding in the shadows up above you as it pulls you closer and closer before biting into you with its beak.
Oh crap.
Everybody say hello to the Grell that was living here.
What the hell is that thing?
Hi, Grill.
That is what is having you for lunch. You take 6 points of piercing damage as it snaps its beak about
Ow!
one person. Fungus 3 gives a fungal cheer, which none of you hear because you don't speak fungal. Little puff of spores come out of it at the sight of their savior and god.
Such a poor spot
And-
of me!
Encouraged by the appearance of this denizen, it takes 4 attacks against Nim. Of which it will hit none, of course. But it will try. Damn it. Oh, I hit, yes. Go Fungus 3. Okay, 1 hit out of 4, that's not bad odds for Nim's armor. Elysian, it's your turn.
So I'm poisoned and paralyzed.
You are indeed. You can attempt another Constitution save against the paralysis.
That
This turn.
is what I am going to do. And fail
Nope.
miserably.
You are still paralyzed and grappled.
Oh,
You are unable to act this round except for mental activities, like thinking about what mistakes might have led you in this direction. Silver,
yeah, joining up
these
with these
things
guys.
taste foul, and it stings when they hit you.
Nim or Silver will. Well, he is going to. He's just gonna bite.
Oh, that'll hit. Okay, Azeroth, you may now act. Azeroth.
Gosh be darned, I was muted. Anyways, I said all that for nothing, and I don't feel like repeating myself. But you know what? I'm gonna slap the B word with my hammer. There we go. You missed my long-winded narrative of all the utmost fun. Yeah.
Well, you will need a ranged attack to hit the Grell.
Wait, I thought that's... The
Which-
girl's right behind me, though. Why do I need a range attack?
Okay, I'm sorry. The Grell is about 30 feet above you,
God be
hanging
damn.
on to Elysian.
The one who can hit it with the... Oh,
Fine. I'm sorry. Let me re-roll this, seeing as I rolled the... What's it called? Oh!
Well, aren't you glad you did that? Elysian, someone is looking out for you.
yay! Thank you.
Nim, I
Whoa.
believe we need a...
Piercing crit. Range.
Well, bludgeoning, actually.
Do I roll the damage first, or just roll to get rid of the crit?
Oh, you're using the crossbow, not your hammer.
Yeah.
That's right. The hammer has
range that could not reach that, I thought. So that's why I went with it.
well, it's either
Roll
20
another
feet or-
attack to clear the
Breaking it.
crit.
Okay, thank you. There we go.
Neck
now I roll my
wound.
damage.
Quadruple damage.
4 dice then, correct?
Yep, just right click to add a few more dice.
And I dropped it
drop
on
them
the
on.
big guy.
Well, that wasn't quite enough to kill him, but he definitely felt it.
Was it enough to get him to release Elysium?
Oh, hell no. Something this juicy hasn't come through in weeks.
Well, I do get a double attack, or that only was for fishing.
Well, the thing
I
is, you don't have the
usually
feat
want-
required to quickly reload the crossbow.
Damn,
You
you're
need
right.
to use a bonus action to reload, but it also takes a bonus action to take your second attack.
Yep, correct. Okay then. Pass the track. Thing is, I have to reload this bad boy.
Yeah.
I'm the juicy
Actually,
one.
the extra attack does not require a bonus action,
It does.
but he does
for
still
the
need
cleric.
to.
No, it does for the cleric. It's
Oh.
his specific war domain.
Yeah.
It's not natural progression from his class. It's the war domain. As a bonus action, he can take another attack. Violent Fungus 4. Which I prefer greatly over a Violet. It is going to continue flailing at Nim, because you are right there and close. And you remind him of himself. But a bigger, prouder version of what he wishes he could be. He hits you for 1d8 necrotic damage. And then misses with 2 more flailing attempts. Nim Ota, the one right in front of you, just smacked you in the face with a doggy tentacle.
Yeah. Put it so bluntly.
He's gonna bite at both of these two and
Well, that'll hit, and that'll hit. You tear one apart, its crown limply falling to the side, and then crush what passes for a neck on the other, and they taste foul beyond belief. Even you, who occasionally will eat carrion to survive, would rather choke than try to force down anything like this.
sounds about right.
One fungus remains. Everyone's a proud colony. Crickets, see if you can finish it.
I would approach this one and attempt to have a flurry of blows at it like I did it's well, I don't know if it's
Friend.
brother or
Friend.
sister.
Say friend. Go live it up. Go give
His
it
friend?
Yes, friend. Oh, hear me yell it all the way across the map. Friend.
Believe it or not, that hits.
Oh my gosh.
It takes true talent to miss these things. I think you'll pretty much kill it, let's be honest, but roll for the damage anyway. This is the strongest of them. He was the one who worked out every day to defend their home.
So he wasn't a very fun guy.
No, he wasn't. He was very serious about his business. I believe you have... Oh, that was your last damage roll. And you pummel it into what resembles mushroom paste. Tato.
Is there any kind of bonus for getting a warning start on a spear throw?
Not really.
Okay, well, Tato's blades will form into a spear.
And the issue, of course, being that right now it's a good 40 feet or so away from you. And no, that's the 10 square is different, so it's closer to 50 to 60 feet away from you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get right underneath there. And
Okay, I am going to give it partial cover because you are trying to throw through Elysian.
yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna hurl my spear. Hopefully it doesn't spear Elysian.
I hope he would throw it around Elysian rather than through
Okay,
it.
remember you have disadvantage on all.
Sorry.
I think it's just ability
Ability.
checks, not attacks yet. So yes, your attack roll will be fine, but do remember the disadvantage.
Are you saying I do have to roll it at
No,
disadvantage?
you do not have disadvantage on the attack roll. Just, I was double checking that. Go ahead and roll the attack. I'll let you know if you hit. Nope. Your spear falls far short of the target,
Oh.
landing with a splash in the swamp next to you.
Did Elysian drop any weapons when he got paralyzed?
Assuming he had his bow out, yes, that would have dropped from his limp grasp.
Yeah. The
Yeah, fine,
magical short bow +1 is on the ground.
Alright, well, I'll just use my longbow. 14, miss or hit?
That's going to miss with the cover it has.
Does that mean it hits Elysian?
No, if you fumbled, it would.
Okay. So, yeah, I was ineffective.
It constricts its temples, or tentacles. Temples, where that came from. Nim, can I get a piercing crit natural attack?
Ow.
Get wrecked, Elysian. Poisoned, paralyzed, crit.
Split lip. Spells with the verbal a 50% chance of failing until you are healed.
Okay, well, Elysian, no spell casting for a bit. And
Good thing I don't
you
have
did talk with
spells.
a bit of a lisp.
Oh,
Okay, I assume that was normal damage.
Can I do a lisp?
Yes.
Well, fortunately
Do a
for
lisp.
you, it just hits you with its tentacles, constricting tighter, and its slashing beak. 17 damage between the two.
It's making a
It is
meal
now
out of
your
it.
turn. You may attempt the Constitution save again. Well, that failed.
Yeah.
Silver. There is meat, but it is way above you.
Well, Silver can't do anything. He's just gonna sit tight.
He marks his territory on the dead mushrooms. As Azeroth, your crossbow is reloaded, but ineffectual. And if you were talking, you were muted.
Yeah, I was. I laughed at myself and said sigh.
Nim.
Oh, you can do a dynamic game.
Can do that. And miss.
And miss. Elysium, this might just be the end for you.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah, dynamic game.
Crickets, can you save your friend?
Now you say I'm like,
At least let me get killed by
More
something
importantly,
that isn't
and I
fucking
think
gross.
we're all wondering this, especially the crowd at home.
and then it's an
Do you
outline.
know anybody else in the Temple of the Yellow Rose, I believe it is? Monastery of the Yellow Rose, that could replace Elysian when he dies?
Elysian is a unique and special flower. I may not be able to. However, I shall be hurling some darts at this foul creature.
It does resemble a balloon in many ways. That hits. Well done.
Do monk weapons count as what's the word I'm looking for here? Do they count for my extra attack?
Yeah.
Or is that only unarmed?
I'm pretty certain that they do.
All right.
The second one is also a hit.
All right. So darts are also, I think it's considered a monk weapon. So I will attack with
Sounds
my
monkish.
I'll attack with my third. Ha ha!
You hit all 3 times. Roll for damage.
Live. Live.
Having played this game last time the carnival came through the monastery and the mountain pass, you know what you're doing, Cricket, and you score 3 well-targeted blows against the grell.
I
It
just
squeals in pain as brainish fluid leaks from it.
I just looked it up. Darts don't count as monk weapons.
No! All right.
I'll take 7 damage off of it. You still hit it.
Just that monks can use it.
Sadly, if this was any other game, darts would be considered your thing.
If that is all you have able to do, pass the initiative to Tato, who will try again with his longbow, I'm sure.
Actually, I'm gonna
Try.
pick up Elysian's short bow and try this out.
All right. +1 bonus on your rolls.
Ooh. Hope you don't mind if I just roll the longbow and pretend it's a +1.
That's what I'm saying. +1. It's not worth putting it into your sheet for the 1 hit. That'll do it.
Yay. I'm going to use the damage from my Blade of Relentless Pursuit since it's the same as what would have been.
Sounds fair enough. There's no resistance that would be affected.
Cool. Let's try this again. One hit.
That hits as well.
Yeah.
And you just manage to fell it.
Alright.
With a psychic scream that resounds in all of your ears, the grell shudders and begins to drop.
Tato.
Elysian, you are currently paralyzed and unable to
Catch yourself.
react to save yourself.
Can I catch him?
Yeah, me and him.
Since you just took all of your actions,
I'll try to catch him. Yeah.
I will allow you to attempt to do so if you spend your inspiration.
What is inspiration again?
Something you don't have right now. It's that little golden
I'll do
star.
it. I'll spend my inspiration.
Okay, give me a dexterity. We'll make it a check, which means you do have the disadvantage.
Oh, wow.
Nah, dude. Fucking smash your face in the ground, Elysian. Fall 30 feet down.
You try to grab him, you stretch your arms out, but you're just a little too slow. When Elysian slaps into the firm surface of the path, taking another 7 points of falling damage.
Could have been worse.
Oh, it could have been worse.
He could have fell more than 3 stories saw.
Elysian, you will recover from the paralysis over the next few minutes. The poison also will eventually dissipate. You are left feeling woozy, but you are alive for now.
So, how did it feel almost being eaten?
I want you all to picture it. Poor Elysian lying there in the mud where you all left him, half submerged in water that is only a couple of inches deep, making small, tiny whimpering sounds because he can't form enough muscle movement to cry out like he wants to.
You're leaking a little there, buddy. Come on, Grandpa. Let's pick you up, get you out of this probably infected water.
He's trying so hard right now to make him stick up his middle finger. I'm going to let you know that right now.
I will allow
It's
a
kind
wisdom
of twitching.
save to manage the movement.
Okay, was save.
Not quite. It twitches a couple of times, but you can't get her up.
I will assess the wounds. Maybe perhaps use my herbalism kit to try and find something to help with the paralysis.
We probably
Whichever.
shouldn't do this in here, though.
The paralysis was a numbing agent meant to capture prey and wear off naturally. The poison also was a fast-acting variety that courses through the system quickly. All he needs is to rest for a few minutes.
Yeah, Elysian, you'll be okay. Blah, 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 what the DM just said.
Please take 4 of these pills every 10 minutes and try not to go swimming for a while.
Also, don't strain too hard when you food next time.
Yes, it will make you lightheaded and you might hurt yourself.
And you might lose your anus.
No, that is in space. You cannot lose it. It's in a very strong gravity well.
Oh god, I just remembered the last time the party tried to do medical care on somebody.
We succeeded. There was only one time it went very badly. That was for our boy Tato.
Yes, when both the people trying it rolled fumbles.
And people wonder how he has the prosthetic leg now.
Well, he has it because he stole it from a poor innocent child. But, moving on and moving on. 3 exits that you have not explored, one of which simple cartography will tell you probably goes back to that dark chamber.
She's in our pride breakup. Yes.
Sorry. I saw a meme that's too powerful. I'm so sorry.
Elysian probably still needs some healing anyway, considering he was, you know.
Well, Tato was down almost half of his hit points as well.
What? 80 HP, 30. He has another 10 before he's there.
I said almost.
Fine. I'll give you a poke, but that's all you get. In fact, no. You drink this potion and like it.
Just force open his mouth and just, force him to guzzle the potion. I'll make sure he doesn't choke.
Am I still actually paralyzed now?
Yes.
No, if you spend a minute resting, you will no longer be paralyzed.
How long
Let's
is a
pretend
minute?
yes, just because it'll be funnier.
Just wait.
Well, I
No,
mean, if you
I'm
take the
perfectly
creature's
capable
tentacles
of
and wrap
drinking-
them around him, it would continuously stimulate the glands that produce the paralytic venom. I mean, I could technically carry him around for probably a good hour like that.
Well,
I
I
just
mean,
had an idea.
technically, if you can pull it to the ceiling, I could at least poked you and gave you some resistance, but oh well.
If you try and get behind me to that grow, I'm going to stab you.
No. Check this out. Tato unsheathes his longsword and attempts to wrap the tentacle around his sword.
Okay.
See if
give
I can get a
me
paralytic sword.
What?
Oh, okay, never mind. That's a good idea. I wonder if I could do that to a dagger.
I don't know if it'll work.
Give me a medicine check, or whatever it is in 5th edition.
Medicine. I
Only
thought you just
5th has medicine.
wait. That's medicine. I thought you were just cutting the vine.
Well, it's medicine, natural.
Would you like me to help with this? What are you trying to do? You're trying to take the beak?
I'm trying to coat my weapon in the venom.
Now, let me take a look at this thing.
Okay.
me take a
he'll
look.
Pass his longsword to to Az.
Fortunately, you rely on the expertise of your local medic who has studied the workings of the body, as the monks at the Yellow Rose do. And he tells you that just wrapping the tentacle around the sword wouldn't do anything. In fact, you might prick yourself with it trying. But he is able to extract the gland that produces the poison and smear a bit on the edge of your weapon.
Oh, okay, that'd be lit.
Your next weapon attack will apply the paralytic on a hit.
Cool. That'll just be on the silver longsword.
Okay, the room is clear as far as you can tell. Exits exist. You have two main ways you can go. One leads in the direction vaguely that the priest went, the other leads away from it.
Well, given that that thing gave out a giant shriek, I don't think we really have much in the way of a surprise attack anymore.
No, definitely not.
But you have to remember
I'd
that
rather
this is
err
quite
on
a large area.
I mean,
We
And
need to keep going down.
Yeah.
get a bit more health. He-
drink the potion.
What potion?
Oh my goodness! I'll give you 3 of my potions of regular healing.
If you would like
Oh,
to take
oh,
a
oh,
short
wait,
rest,
sorry.
that is an option.
I forgot I have
Okay.
a potion of greater healing.
A short rest will be nice instead of using.
I also
I
completely
didn't use
forgot
any
how
spells. I don't think we really should. Well, a short rest
I
won't
also
even get rid of your thing.
forgot how to actually use a potion.
It's not
You gotta-
about getting rid of anything.
A 1d4 was it? I forget what the roll was.
The roll for the potion.
Yes, the potion.
Do I just drag it on? No.
No. You just roll it.
If you're using a potion, you roll it manually, and then we'll have to input
Okay.
it. They don't really have a drag and drop, which is, well, they really should.
I
If
know
you are taking your
some of
short
them
rest,
did.
you can drag your, or you just roll your
Yes.
hit die. Normally.
So 4d4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4d4 plus 4. So 9 plus 4.
13 points of
13.
healing. You are now at 17 wound.
Yay. Oops, nope, that's 28 wound. There we go.
I'll let you
Nope,
have
that-
2,817 damage.
That's very bad.
Lycian is dead. I would recommend recruiting a new character immediately.
Well, time to write up that new character
very
sheet.
dead person. As like
gonna-
thousands of years old dead Elysian.
Now that is a smear on the wall. Elysian.
Don't you mean that's Elysian the way he was supposed to be before he got reincarnated, etc.?
What's this about reincarnation?
Can we get out of this room? We're breathing in spores.
Yep, fair enough.
I
Uh,
was reincarnated?
I don't know. I kind of forgot your
I think he's
storyline already.
talking of,
The whole
he's
Nana thing and
referring to your reincarnation, time travel, nobody knows what.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
today.
I don't know either. I'm pretty sure it's just time travel, not reincarnation.
Whatever, tomato, tomato. I don't really care. I follow. I'm a church person.
Although reincarnation
Nonsense.
would explain my age difference. Did
Like
I
I said.
not?
Like I said, I don't know. I don't care. We're going places. What's in this illuminated
I
room?
do.
While we're not of spores.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll worry about it when we're not in immediate
Okay,
death zone.
You take 10 minutes to rest, drink potions, let Lizzie recover, then move on. The southwest passage continues for about a quarter of a mile in a broader hallway before narrowing once more at an intersection.
What?
There's always more choices. One leads south, one leads west.
We have no idea which way this guy went. I'd say we go west. At least that way we'll. I think at least we'll cover some of the area that we should have covered beforehand, and where we think the cultists went last.
Okay.
That
I'm
being
not
said,
taking point though.
yeah. That being said, Elysian or Silver or Nim.
Nim, you take point. Mr.
it-
Rocket,
Is it still low light?
Rocket Dog. Poopy Snoopy.
All right.
Scooby don't.
You just want Nim to die first.
Marmaduke.
I mean, he does have the highest AC in the group. Possible exception, Azeroth, but I think you're still higher.
Technically, the shield is what gives me the bonus to keep up the base. Which really makes me wonder now that I think about it.
No, you're actually equal, so.
Yeah, no, but without my shield, I'd be under his AC.
Exactly. So, party order Nim, followed by everybody else in the huddled cluster, hugging each other for warmth and comfort.
I'm gonna push Elysian forward because he's the second stealthy one. And I feel better about Tato and Silver and Cricket covering our rear. No one complaining? Good. Let's go.
Okay, proceeding
right.
down the western corridor or the southern?
We're gonna go west, unless anyone says otherwise.
I
I think
hate
West
to
is
do
good.
this, but I think we should call it here.
Okay.
I've just completely run out of steam.
Well, that
Aw,
is
okay.
understandable. We made some progress today, and I almost killed one of. I mean, you managed to save a party member from near certain doom.
The DM is trying to kill us.
Always
Isn't
trying
Oh,
that the
to kill you.
point?
My Starfighter group last night saved themselves from destruction of their ship by a hair. Ooh,
I'll have you know my
so
second
close.
character is ready, okay? Shish.
I always have backup characters.
I want this one to die, but then you'll lose your healer. I'm sorry.
I don't want our skunk healer to die. Who else is going to heal us?
You will
You
lose
can always
that.
recruit Brum.
No.
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us for Fists of Furry Dungeons and Dragons. I will be back tomorrow with Dwarf Fortress, so do come on by for that. Thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. I could not do this without you guys. Because of you, this still goes on. And yeah, thanks for joining, and I bid you all a very fond adieu.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Clifford. the
Bye-bye.
Big Red Butt.
Bye.
Hasta la vista.
You're what?
I called you Clifford the Big Red Butt.
Anyways.